wants to know what is the best way to win with the Raiders in Madden 15. Can we give them a quick depth chart, look at their playbook, and then just some general tips to bust it with the Raiders in Madden 15?
So right here you can see you have Derek Carr, who's obviously the rookie, Matt Schaub, and Matt McGloin. So you would naturally might think, okay, Carr is the starter here. But what I like about McGloin is he has 71 speed, but he might have, you want to check all the ratings because you want to make sure that you have the best guy in for the job. So right here, throw power, you see Carr wins that hands down. Short accuracy, they're actually all pretty comparable, 86, 85, 81. Deep accuracy, or medium accuracy, again, pretty comparable. And then the deep accuracy. This is where I would maybe potentially suggest that McGloin should become your starter. The only thing you're really missing out here is a little bit of speed and then actually a whole lot of throw power. I know you're a big fan of throw power, Farles.
I think you need a lot of throw power to win in this year's game. It just helps you with how tight the zone coverage windows are. I would go with Carr if play with him. He's pretty decent. I'm going to recommend a halfback. You go with a two-back system, very similar to how the Bills use their two backs. So you want McFadden as more the spiller type, even though they've completely duffed his agility. You want McFadden, and Jones-Drew's going to be more like your power Fred Jackson style back. Yes, you have Murray as an option, but I think McFadden still with that top end speed has the decent way. You need to use Marcel Reese as just an overall tool, whether it's at tight end, fullback, at the halfback position. He can catch, he can do it all. You need to get him involved in the offense in a unique way.
Absolutely. And at the wide receiver position, again, Rod Streeter, not Tommy Streeter.
6'3".
6'3".
Well, you can exaggerate his height when he catches like that.
I was thinking of someone else. I think on my Mutt team that I had, there's someone, we'll get to that later. But what I would say here, you got two big targets. James Jones, I would say, I like him in the slot because he's got a great catch in traffic, but that could be a potential move there. Move Jones to the number 2 spot, and then you can leave put Demarius Moore over the middle on the slot.
Denarius.
He's a very solid option here.
Targaryen.
Yeah, and then tight end. Here's where you could play Osbury, but then I would recommend taking Reese, putting Reese at tight end.
All right, let's take a look at a tip to get Reese at fullback. Do you have a play that you would specifically utilize from the Raiders playbook to get Marcel Reese at tight end? Because if you're going to dominate with the Raiders in Madden 15, dominate would be a strong word. Apologies to Wolfman. You've got to get Reese involved. You could get him in the wing set off week. You could maybe put him there, use him as a blocker, and then leak him out on some routes. Or you could split him out wide. It's really up to you, but you got to get Marcel Reese involved.
All right, so part 2 of our Oakland Raiders tip on how to play with them and succeed in Madden 15. You're going to take a look at the formation gun wing offset weak, and we're using the package fullback wing. So to use that, use the right stick, and you're going to want to go all the way over until you see the fullback wing as your package. It's going to take Marcel Reese, put him in at tight end. And one thing I like to do from this set, Farles, is I like to run the ball first. So you use the run inside zone split. You want to pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock, right? And then we have a quick audible, right?
Yep.
So that name of that play in your quick audibles is called vertical tight end cross. You can see that it actually gets the tight end to go out of the backfield in an angle pattern over the middle of the field. So I really like this route. It's pretty effective against all types of coverages, especially Marcel Reese. With all that speed and that good route running ability, he's going to be effective on that route.
Would you say he's the best of the 3 backs between Jones-Drew, between McFadden, to run that route specifically?
Yes, but he's too valuable of a pass-catching option to use him as your halfback, in my opinion.
Okay.
He needs to be one of your 4 receivers on every single play, so you need to run a lot of sets that allow you to use a tight end, because he's a fullback and he can play the tight end position with a sub or a package, right? You can't take him as fullback and put him at wide receiver.
Right.
So you need to make sure that you use tight end formation so that you can get on the field. He has to be on the field on every snap if you want to win with the Raiders.
This is a little bit like the Packers playbook, sort of. Just kind of got the crossing route. I know it's in a couple of their playbooks, but you're a big fan of that cut.
Love that cut. It's going to be a money route for you. What's also nice is you have those 3 verticals downfield, which are going to do a nice job of flooding defenses vertically.
Yep.
So even if you were zone coverage, you're going to be able to snap. If it was zone, I could throw it sooner there, but against man, you can see he gets that inside release upfield. So this is going to be a great little 1-2 punch, the run into that vertical tight end cross.
Nice.